ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
The trial is underway for an Orrington man accused of shooting and wounding a brewer man outside of a restaurant in Bangor. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. A man accused of holding up two banks in Aroostook County on the same day has been arrested, and the Maine Emergency Services could get a large one-time payment to combat the ongoing EMS crisis. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories in just a moment. First, let's check in with meteorologist Devin Biggs. Devin?
Hey Susan, happy Tuesday afternoon. Your first weather forecast brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. Here we go. So we do have a little bit of development on the radar and satellite this afternoon. Watching for a little bit of snow that's trying to develop here, and we'll see a few flurries and maybe a few raindrops from time to time as the day progresses on. Let's zoom things out. We're seeing a system located right about here, tracking in our direction. That'll give us a few flurries, maybe even a few raindrops or sprinkles as we head towards the afternoon period as well. So Futurecast helping to show this developing. We'll push this through later on tonight, becoming partly cloudy later on tonight, and partly cloudy again, especially as we head towards Wednesday morning and beyond. As for the wind, they'll be generally out of the southwest, but switching directions to the north and west later on tonight, maybe reaching up to 10 to 20 miles per hour at times, but looking pretty good as we proceed forward in your Wednesday. So your forecast for today, upper 40s mostly cloudy, some sprinkles and flurries possible with that southwest wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. Later on tonight, lower 20s, partly cloudy skies again, northwest wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour early and then backing off. For tomorrow, mid-40s, partly cloudy again, and that west breeze at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And our early forecast for the rest of the afternoon period, we'll see temperatures rising to the upper 40s with a mixture of clouds and a little bit of sunshine with some sprinkles and flurries possible. Your full 5-day forecast is coming up. Susan?
Thank you, Devin. Opening statements were made in the case against an Orrington man accused of shooting and wounding a brewer man outside of a restaurant in Bangor. Matthew Jaroncic has the story.
36-year-old Jordan David Bishop appeared in Penobscot Judicial Center Monday afternoon after pleading not guilty to charges in connection to a shooting outside Tesoro's Italian restaurant on Harlow Street in Bangor. The shooting happened shortly before midnight on May 11, 2019 between Bishop and 57-year-old James Parent, a brewer. Police records show Bishop appeared to be intoxicated and urinated on Parent's truck. The men then got into a confrontation, during which Bishop allegedly shot Parent several times, sending him to the hospital.
There's the defendant on the right, and Mr. Parent. See, the defendant has a gun in his hand. He chases Mr. Parent around the truck, and then you'll see up in the corner here, you'll see debris. And then you'll see a shell.
Bishop is currently facing 6 counts, including attempted murder, multiple assault charges, and reckless conduct of a firearm. Penobscot County District Attorney Christopher Almy claims the defendant shot Parent in retaliation for being assaulted outside the restaurant.
This is about the defendant walking away in a huff, mad, and without provocation, without need, returning.
Defense attorney Don Brown argued that his client suffers from post-traumatic stress disorder and was not aware of what he was doing in the moment.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think the evidence is going to show you that he has no memory of leaving there and coming back. It happened at the very same spot on the sidewalk that he just reviewed.
The trial will continue at Penobscot Judicial Center Tuesday morning. In Bangor, Matthew Jaroncic reporting for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
A Madawaska man is suspected of robbing 2 banks in Aroostook County and is facing robbery and bail violation charges. According to the Maine State Police and Presque Isle Police, just before noon yesterday, officers responded to the Aroostook Savings and Loan Bank on Main Street in Presque Isle for a reported bank robbery in progress. They say a male subject reportedly came into the bank and demanded money, leaving the bank with an undisclosed amount. Roughly a half hour after the first call, Maine State Police say they received a call for a second bank robbery, this one at the Katahdin Trust Bank on Main Street in Mars Hill. Police say witnesses provided information on a possible suspect that fit the description of the subject from both bank robberies. That individual was on foot on Main Street. Authorities from multiple agencies located and arrested 35-year-old Angel Montez of Madawaska after a short foot pursuit. He was transported to the Aroostook County Jail in Holton. A sum of money stolen from the banks was recovered. Police say more charges are possible. A Brewer man is facing charges following a fire on Saturday. Crews were called to a fire on Greenwood Drive in Brewer shortly after 11 Saturday morning. When they arrived, they found heavy smoke inside the home and fire in the kitchen. Residents were inside but made it out safely. State fire marshals were called in to investigate when the fire was deemed to be suspicious. Police say 20-year-old Dustin Gagnon of Brewer was arrested after interviews with witnesses indicated underlying domestic violence crimes. Gagnon is charged with arson, domestic violence, terrorizing, and aggravated reckless conduct. Senator Angus King has introduced legislation that he says will help Maine people and Americans nationwide living with long-term COVID symptoms. The Comprehensive Access to Resources and Education, or CARE for Long COVID Act, will improve research and provide resources for people living with long COVID. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention indicate that 28% of adults who have COVID experience some form of long-term symptoms. The symptoms range in severity from mild to debilitating and can last for months to even years. Senator King says, quote, "The CARE for Long COVID Act is not only important for individuals dealing with ongoing health struggles, it is essential for entire communities. Long COVID symptoms have contributed to workforce shortages and sometimes prevented Maine people from taking care of their families. By supporting our neighbors, we are prioritizing the health and long-term success of our state." A bipartisan bill has been presented to the legislative committees that could give Maine Emergency Services a large one-time payment to combat the ongoing EMS crisis. Our Devin Dagnall shares the details.
Maine Speaker of the House, Rachel Talbot Ross, presented LD 526 to the Committee on Criminal Justice and Public Safety Monday morning. The bill proposes that the state of Maine gives out a total of $25 million in one-time payments to EMS groups at immediate risk of failing and leaving their service area without access to emergency services.
EMS in Maine is in crisis. Services are having to close. They're not able to provide coverage for their ambulances, and we're having a hard time.
Representative Susan Salisbury is one of the sponsors of the bill, and she says after the Blue Ribbon Commission finished its study of Maine EMS, it concluded service organizations would need $70 million to fix all the problems they currently face. Knowing such a large amount was out of the question, the commission re-strategized for a smaller amount that would serve as emergency relief.
That's what this bill does. It offers funding for those services as one-time funding to sort of help them bridge that gap as they start to work towards collaborating with other towns and communities around them.
One of the biggest concerns voiced in Monday's committee meeting is the fact that the emergency payment only offers a temporary solution to a more permanent problem. Salisbury says for a permanent solution, organizations should follow the lead of communities like Millbridge, who plan to partner with neighboring towns in order to minimize cost and maximize revenue from their EMS.
Communities are going to have to do that. They're going to have those conversations that alone they aren't going to be able to provide the needed services. So they're going to have to look at the communities nearby and say, we need to work together.
The bill is still in the very early stages of development and will go back to committee at least one more time before it reaches the House floor. Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, some people have missing SNAP benefits and they're having a tough time trying to get answers. We'll return in just a moment.
For bathroom odors that linger, try Febreze Small Spaces. Just press firmly and it continuously fights odors in the air and on soft surfaces for 45 days.
Mr. Clean Magic Eraser powers through tough messes, so it makes it look like I spent hours cleaning. And I didn't.
It makes my running shoe look like new. It's amazing.
It's so good. Makes it look like I have magical powers.
Magic Eraser and sheets make cleaning look easy.
Come see us at R&K Variety in Hamden. R&K Variety is more than just a convenience store. With delicious homemade food made fresh daily, we offer hearty meals that don't break the bank. Whether it be our delicious chicken pot pie, our famous lasagna, or one of our savory soups, you can't go wrong at R&K Variety. Looking for a drink after work? R&K Variety is an agency liquor store with an impressive selection. R&K Variety, more than just a convenience store. We're your neighbor, chef, barista, and friend. Stop by today.
Living in Maine means long, cold winters and hot, humid summers. Whatever the weather, Bangor Heat Pumps is your solution. Open 24/7, Bangor Heat Pumps takes care of you at home or at work. We operate statewide and service all brands and models. Understanding moving can be stressful. We will help move any units you may have. We offer a veterans discount in our home with a Capeless Hero discount. Visit us online at BangorHeatPumpsLLC.com or call or text us at 307-7746. Bangor Heat Pumps.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
You're watching ABC7 Bangor.
Paying the bills or going hungry? That's the real dilemma some Maine families face, and they're hoping to get answers about their missing SNAP benefits. Mel Meyer explains.
Oh, the stress level is pretty bad.
Gordon Collins lives in Limerick and is on disability. What has SNAP meant for you and your family?
Oh, just getting the extra food stamps so we don't have to use the cash. The money is huge.
This month, a federal pandemic-related bonus to the program came to an end. Without the extra, how much are you supposed to be getting a month?
$355, I believe it is.
And now you're just getting
$83.
That's for him and his daughter. DHHS says benefits were supposed to return to normal levels, but what he's getting now is far less than that.
This is before, they were giving out massive additions to the food stamps.
To make matters worse, he can't get a hold of DHHS.
We are currently experiencing extremely high call volume, and based on the number of calls already waiting, we are unable to accept additional calls at this time.
So how do you reach someone to ask?
Trixie Seidlinger is in the same boat, but she hasn't had any money come through at all.
I turned in the paperwork, and then I never heard anything from the state. And then I still haven't, and there's still no food to help us.
She says she finally called 211, which told her her file was received but not processed. She waited a few weeks when the money should have come through for her and her son.
As far as the pinch it's put on us, it's a very real, living pinch because you can't exist without food.
We reached out to DHHS, and in a statement, they told us the change in the program led to a higher volume of related calls to the department, impacting processing and call answer times. The department is taking steps to improve the system and address concerns.
The Associated Press reports that high school students nationwide are becoming less likely to consider college after graduation. Experts say the pandemic has encouraged students to seek careers that do not require a college degree. A.J. Douglas spoke to college planning advisors working to ensure students know what their options are.
They tell me that they have jobs lined up. They have employers ready to pay them $25 or $30 an hour in the trades. It's hard to get them interested in college at all.
Linda Basicato is an advisor for Maine Educational Talent Search, an early intervention and college access program for low-income and first-generation college students. Basicato says she has received mixed responses to questions commonly posed to high school seniors nationwide, like, are you planning to go to college? And if so, how do you plan to pay tuition?
I have a mix. I have a lot of students definitely going to college. They're getting their award letters. Some are getting lots of money to go to college. Others, not so much.
The college planning advisor points out, like most things, the COVID-19 pandemic drastically changed students' mindsets when it comes to higher education. A new report from the Associated Press notes that many students no longer find stability in attending college in fear of student loan debt and other factors.
I had one student who for years wanted to be a teacher. And he suddenly came to me one day, said, I'm not going to college. I'm going to do an electrician's apprenticeship. What he saw during the pandemic, what the schools went through, made him completely change his mind about being a teacher.
Central High School senior Ryan St. Peter says he plans to attend college to study liberal arts, despite the possibilities for career advancement as a musician without a college degree.
I really want to further my career as a musician. It's so much more to have a college degree in music.
AJ Douglas, ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
A deck company in Bangor has nailed down a creative way to keep its carpenters busy during the slower months. Our Jody Hersey has more.
If you travel along Outer Hammond Street in Bangor, you'll see a miniature village of hobbit-like houses.
So I pulled over and I began to investigate and check them all out, and they're absolutely extraordinary.
Hickory Dickory Decks in Bangor is in the business of making decks and sunrooms. However, without a lot of jobs to do in the winter months, owner Elvin Smith didn't want to lose his hard-working carpenters. So he challenged them to create these teepee-style bunk rooms to keep them busy. Katrina St. Peter is the company's office manager.
So we have 4 base models. They're fully painted on the inside, but there's nothing inside of them. But we have one that is fully stocked with a bed, a end table, and matching curtains. That way that one's good to go if you wanted to set up a permanent tent. And then we also have one that's based off of the Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings movie/book series.
These 9x8 structures can be used for just about anything, like a sauna, a playhouse, or even an addition to a camp. The possibilities are endless.
We just made a post on Facebook last week, and it's blowing up through the roof, which is really cool to see.
While the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings models are $5,800 each delivered, the base models are priced at $5,200 each delivered.
How many places have you seen a circular door? So these are obviously huge fans of the Lord of the Rings, but also like even in the other A-frames, it's incredible craftsmanship down to the shingling, to the windows.
These small structures were a great winter project to keep workers on their toes, but the company says it's looking forward to returning to its roots.
Come springtime, we'll be back ready to do what we do best, and that's decks and sunrooms.
In Bangor, I'm Jody Hersey for ABC7 and Fox 22 News.
After the break, we'll take a look at a new study that shows vaccinated people may recover from COVID differently. We'll be right back.
If you're a Medicare beneficiary and live in the area, call now to see how this little card could get you some big benefits, including up to $840 added back to your Social Security check each year. With one toll-free call, you can find out how easy it is to get all of your original Medicare coverage, plus extra benefits. You get an all-in-one plan designed to fit your needs so you can be your best every day. You could have medical coverage, prescription drugs with $0 generics, dental, vision and hearing, plus the WellCare Visa Flex Card to pay for extra dental, vision, and hearing expenses, money for over-the-counter items, and up to $840 back in your Social Security check each year. And so much more. And here's more good news. You can get a WellCare plan for a $0 monthly premium. How can WellCare offer all of those benefits for a $0 monthly premium? It's simple. Medicare Advantage and Medicare Part D prescription drug coverage are important parts of Medicare. WellCare has a contract with Medicare to offer and provide these important options to you. Call right now to get your free copy of the WellCare All-in-One Guide. Call 1-877-282-3827 now. There is absolutely no obligation for requesting this free information. WellCare offers benefits that go beyond the basics, including up to $840 each year added to your Social Security check to help cover your Part B premium. Call today to get your free copy of the All-in-One Guide with absolutely no obligation. Your free plan guide will provide information to make a smart choice for your Medicare coverage. Just call 1-877-282-3827. Remember, there's no obligation for requesting this free information. So call 1-877-282-3827. Call today. WellCare. Medicare done well.
Saliba's Rug Cleaners in Bangor is the best and only spot you should go to for your rug cleanings. Serving Maine for more than 70 years, we care about your rugs. Clean rugs last longer, and our family takes pride in being the professionals that you can trust. Our cleaning process consists of soaking your rug in a bath, shampooing, rinsing, and drying in a humidity-controlled dry room, making sure no detail is overlooked. Need a repair? We fully service every type of rug for you. Saliba's Rug Cleaners.
We care about your rugs.
Cities across the U.S. are now bracing for unrest. Over the weekend, former President Donald Trump claimed without evidence that he could be arrested as soon as today and called on supporters to protest. Trump is at the center of a Manhattan grand jury criminal investigation into hush money payments to adult film star. An indictment would make Trump the first former president to face criminal charges. Police in New York City are setting up barricades and preparing for former President Donald Trump's possible indictment. So far, Trump's spokesman has said he has not been notified about an imminent arrest. There's no comment yet from Manhattan District Attorney Alvin Bragg. Trump initially denied knowing about the money that a Manhattan grand jury is now investigating, but later said he did. That $130,000 was allegedly paid to adult film actress Stormy Daniels during the 2016 campaign to cover up their relationship. Prosecutors now investigating if Trump falsified documents and violated election laws. Still no word on if Trump indictment is coming, but ABC News has learned that a Secret Service and the NYPD held a call Monday to review possible logistics and security just in case. In a new climate report released by the UN yesterday, the UN Secretary General says the climate time bomb is ticking. He says the report proves the world needs a quantum leap in a climate action. In sobering UN report, the UN Climate Panel warns that the world is off track to meet the goals of a Paris Climate Agreement. The Paris Agreement aimed to limit warming to 1.5 degrees Celsius above average because as the world gets warmer, the impacts of the climate change are expected to get more intense and harder to reverse. Global greenhouse gas emissions are at their highest level in human history, putting that goal at risk, according to the UN report. The report calls on governments to reduce greenhouse gas emissions by eliminating fossil fuels as much as possible, protecting ecosystems like forests, and adopting policies that help people reduce their carbon footprint. After 3 years into the pandemic, we've learned that most people recover from COVID-19. A new study shows that vaccinated people may recover differently. With more, here's ABC's Lindsay Watts.
Some people have recovered from COVID within 2 to 4 weeks, while others have had long COVID and experienced symptoms for longer. Long COVID is known as having the same or new symptoms for more than 4 weeks after a COVID-19 diagnosis. Researchers used nearly 300,000 health records to look at both vaccinated and unvaccinated people with mild symptoms of COVID who were never hospitalized and were followed for 1 year. They learned that people infected with COVID-19 had symptoms of loss of taste and smell, concentration and memory problems, difficulty breathing, weakness, tonsillitis, and more. The most common symptom people with long COVID had was difficulty breathing. Those who were vaccinated had less of a risk of breathing difficulties compared to those who were unvaccinated. We can still be at risk for COVID-19 even if we're vaccinated. But now we know that being protected with the vaccine may help to improve the severity and duration of our symptoms if we do get infected. Within
Bucksport Regional Health Center has cared for the community for almost 50 years. We are trusted and compassionate providers. We have also given thousands of COVID-19 vaccines because the COVID-19 vaccine is very safe, very effective, and your best shot at protecting yourself from COVID. Trust us. Trust the vaccine. Protect yourself. Take your shot against COVID-19.
In Maine, it's always truck season. And at Thornton Brothers in Lincoln, we are celebrating New Ram Truck Month by carrying the complete line of hard-charging new Ram trucks from light to heavy duty. At Thornton Brothers, you'll find the right truck for cargo space and comfort for those long trips on the road. No matter what Maine throws at you, our trucks have you covered. So come on over and test drive any of our award-winning new Ram trucks at Thornton Brothers, 125 Main Street, Lincoln.
It's a fact. 2 out of 3 Americans who qualify for Medicare do not receive all the benefits they deserve. If you're eligible for Medicare and Medicaid, a Medicare Advantage plan from Anthem Maine Health can come with all the benefits you want. Call Anthem Maine Health at 1-844-594-1602 today for a free Medicare plan checkup and to make sure you have everything you qualify for in 2023. You can receive extra benefits for a $0 monthly premium, benefits like dental, vision, hearing, and $0 copay for prescriptions. And to help you stay healthy at home, you can have free prescription drug delivery, online doctor visits 24/7, and free exercise classes. You can even receive money toward over-the-counter health items. Don't be one of the Medicare beneficiaries not getting all the benefits you qualify for. Call 1-844-594-1602 today and feel confident you have all the benefits you deserve for 2023.
A bald eagle is caught snatching up a slice of pizza in Connecticut. If you ever wondered what America's bird loves to eat, these action shots might have your answer. A photographer in Connecticut caught some snapshots of a wild bald eagle swooping down and grabbing up some lunch with its talons. It wasn't until closer inspection that he discovered that lunch was actually a slice of pizza. The bird beat out 4 crows for the coveted slice. Now let's check your full forecast with Devin Biggs. Devin?
Alrighty, here we go. Your full weather forecast brought to you by Paramount Paving. When it comes to paving, they are paramount. Give them a call for a free estimate today. So as you do move forward, though, wave heights are starting to look pretty decent out there. There's no advisories in effect, so that's why I'm not showing any of those maps today. But 3 to 5 foot wave heights being noted here at this point. So overall, looking pretty good moving forward. And the water temperatures I haven't showed in quite some time, showing a range of 39 to 42 degrees out along the ocean, maybe even cooler temperatures located right about in here. And of course, once we start warming up through the spring and summer months, we'll start seeing the ocean temperatures warm as well. But otherwise, though, here's a look at the radar and satellite. We're watching some flurries that are developing across the region, at least at this point. We'll also be watching out for a few raindrops further down toward the south as temperatures will be rising above freezing at times as well. So we may have some snow opportunities to the north where it'll be a little bit cooler, a little bit of raindrops further down toward the south along this wave of energy right about in here that does continue to develop. But otherwise, the big picture here showing that leading edge right about in here as well. That's what's bringing the precipitation chances in here. Very weak chances, I should say, though, as well. Most of us will be mostly cloudy today. It'll be mainly just flurries and sprinkles, so you might notice it for a little bit, and that'll be about all. So we'll see that moving through during the afternoon and evening time frame. Clears out of here later on tonight, as will then become partly cloudy. Watching out for a few clouds again for the daytime tomorrow, but overall looking pretty decent for the day for your Wednesday with a good amount of sunshine and a few passing clouds. But more clouds moving in as we get towards Wednesday night into Thursday with another system that does look to track through and bring a little bit of snow, at least to the northern parts of the state. So moving forward, though, anything additional for today, nothing too ridiculous, hardly anything, mainly minor accumulations on the northern ends of the state before we're all finished up. Now, further down toward the south where raindrops are possible, nothing is expected with the warmer temperatures that will be moving in. Our average high temperature is 42 degrees. We'll reach for the upper 40s today, mid-40s Wednesday, lower 40s for your Thursday, back in the mid-40s Friday, lower 40s Saturday, mid-30s again Sunday, but back into 40s again as we head towards your Monday. Forecast for today, upper 40s, mostly cloudy, some sprinkles and flurries possible. That southwest wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour. By tonight, here we are, lower 20s on the way, becoming partly cloudy, with that northwest wind getting up to about 20 miles per hour early and then backing off. Looking ahead towards tomorrow, mid-40s again, partly cloudy, with that west breeze only at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And your Paramount Paving extended forecast. So Wednesday, we're good. Thursday, we welcome in rain still chances again with highs in the lower 40s. We're in the lower to middle 40s Friday and Saturday with a mixture of clouds and sunshine.
Thank you, Devin. Fingers crossed that snow doesn't last. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. Have a great afternoon.
This isn't your parents' photo booth. Premier Limousine and DJ present the latest in photo booth technology, the Magic Mirror Air Booth. We offer unlimited prints of beautiful 4x6 full-color photos and unlimited photos sent directly to your phone. The new Magic Mirror Air Booth is available for proms, weddings, birthdays, class reunions, and corporate events with one of the largest selection of props available. You can book the Magic Mirror Air Booth and DJ services separately or take advantage of our very popular package deal. Contact us at Premier Limousine and DJ.
You're watching ABC 7